Fair use. Fair use, by the way. Shout out to Angel Reese and her podcast. Her podcast is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. So right here, I'm going to be kind of going back and forth between these two tabs, but I'm going to let you see the caption. It says Kayla Nicole tells Angel Reese that she would never go 50-50 on the Bills with Travis Kelce. Now, Kayla Nicole, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did a video on her about, let me see, about 2 years ago. I'll show you the results of that. But I basically explained her down 2 years ago. So I'll show you the results of that in a little bit. But here we're going to have Kayla Nicole set the record straight on the whole 50-50 thing, because there was rumors that she had to pay her share and Travis wasn't really paying. But here she's going to set the record straight here, allegedly, and say that she didn't have to really pay anything. But we'll see. Let's hear from her. Let's hear from her. Fair use.
I know there was a rumor that they were saying that you stopped messing with him at one point because of 50-50.
Is there water? Where did the water come from?
What is the question? The who? 50-50. Remember they were saying that you said he was cheap, or they were saying that you were...
Oh, the splitting the bills.
The splitting 50-50, yeah, the 50-50. Remember, what was the tea on that?
Yeah, do I look like anybody that would split anything?
So you guys broke up at that point because...
No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But he addressed that too, though. I don't even know why that even became a thing. Yeah, that was never an issue in our relationship, but it was definitely a rumor on the internet.
Did she really answer the question? But okay, we'll take her word for it. Just for the title of the video. We'll take her word for it. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm gonna bring up something, because Kayla Nicole, she still hasn't learned her lesson. She still hasn't learned her lesson. Kayla Nicole, let me search up the video on my channel. So right here, yeah, 2 years ago I did the video on her. Right, Kayla Nicole fumbles the bag. This is where, when I did this video, right, and this is where because Travis had broke up with Kayla, and coincidentally it happened right after Kayla Nicole. Remember, Kayla Nicole went remember when Cam Newton had his comments about, there was where he was talking about, basically like women should understand their role in a man's life in terms of learning when to be quiet and, etc. Right. And then Kayla Nicole came on there and started calling Cam a little boy and started being disrespectful. And I was like, Kayla, you do know, like, this is making you look so bad right now. Like, I remember before this video, I was at the time, I was like, I won't even be surprised. I'm like, you probably just sealed your fate. Like Travis, I'm like, Travis is never going to marry you, dog. I'm like, Travis is never going to marry you. And sure enough, 2 or 3 weeks later, after that thing happened, Travis breaks up with her. And then she went on a tour crying about the issue. Black girl, don't worry about where you are. Black, remember that? I was just like, oh, here we go. But yeah, I remember I did this video where I basically showed how Kayla Nicole, with her mouth, fumbled the bag. So this is the story that, I guess this is what she's trying to address in this video right here with Angel Reese, because it was a rumor that came out, or it came out that Kelce only gave her $100 during the entire relationship. So now in this video, she didn't really clear anything up. She just acted like it was ridiculous by acting like she was choking. Right. So watch this in the beginning. I'm gonna call this out.
I know there was a rumor that they were saying that you stopped messing with him at one point because of 50-50.
Is there water? Where did the water come from?
So yeah, she's just she's just acting like this is just her being dramatic and where's the water? Like she's just being ridiculous. But anyways, we'll take her word for it in terms of do I look like a woman that'll go 50-50? Well, you're going 100% now. You're going 100% now. So whatever. Anyways, let's go back to spiritual word. Let's look at the comment section on spiritual word. So right here, because I like to see the ninja's perspective first, real quick, in ninjadom. So right here, let's zoom in on the comment section on spiritual word. Let me see. Says nobody argues about 50-50 but Black Americans brokey. Anyway, let's just skip that. Let's just skip. I'll say this, man. There's a lot of things on my channel where, especially like black women will make certain comments on my videos, and I'm like, these people live in a bubble, bro. They live in a bubble. And I already told you what white women be doing. And they just refuse. They just refuse to listen. Yeah, you'll see white women in general not do 50-50 on paper, but they do a lot of things behind the scenes that you just won't know about, especially in the beginning stages. Trust me. Especially like, how do you think these, like, you see white women with these black athletes and what I told you, what they be paying these dudes, especially up. I'm talking about up front. They be paying these dudes. Trust me. But like I said, people refuse to listen. And I'm telling you, because I've lived in the suburbs. I grew up in most of my adolescence. I was in the suburbs. Most schools I've been through predominantly PWIs for most of my schooling. Like, trust me, like they don't they don't understand. They have no idea how this works, man. They have particularly I would say, I think maybe black people really by and large, but black women, they live in La La Land. Only if they like, only once they move to the suburbs and really observe what's going on and not just see what's on paper, they get a glimpse of an understanding what goes on here. Now, let me see. It says, ain't no white man going 50-50 with his woman. Okay. Like I said, I think there was like a video. I got to show. Can I find that thing? There was a thing. I know I'm going a little bit off script here. There was a thing. Somebody showed me something the other day. I mean, sorry, I saw something on Instagram today that was very informative. If I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can get to it. Let me see. It was a map. It showed like the map. Here we go. I might do a video on this soon, real soon. Watch this, guys. Hold on. Watch this. So there's a map where it shows where the largest concentration of black people are across the United States. The purple represents black people, and you see how like black people are like in a concentration around kind of like the end of the South near the Bible Belt, and all across the east, like the east part, the eastern part of the United States. So a lot of times where you see black people living in very concentrated areas where there's a lot of black people, it's a different world than what they're used to. So they think the world is a certain way, but that's not how most of the United States operates, right? So this is why you'll see like, especially you'll see like black women or black men come with a different kind of perspective, which is just not relevant to most of America. It is because they live in a very concentrated area of just black of an area. Like they'll live in areas where there's mostly black people, where most of the United States, I'm talking about most states in the United States, trust me, most states, there's states. I live in a state right now where you can go past towns, cities, and you won't see a single black person. Like I live in a state where, yeah, there's certain cities where there's black people, but I'm talking about there are countless towns. Like I'm telling you, there's countless towns in the state that I live in where you're not, I'm talking about you will be pressed to find one black person in that whole town. One. Not even, I'm talking about not even where you'll even go to the McDonald's in the town or the CVS, and you still won't even see a black person working there. That's how most states are in the United States. So a lot of times, black people's perspectives on how the world is a little bit off. They'll think white people are one way, but in reality, they're not just, trust me, white people aren't just like one way. Trust, it's a very, they just like it's very nuanced. It's very nuanced, man. Let me see. It says Brady never shakes. He says, I understand what she was trying to say, but I'm disappointed in her delivery. Somebody said, nah, it looks like you're going 100% on the Bills. Yeah, so she's talking about, oh, I don't do 50-50, but now she's going 100% on the Bills. But like I said, it's just it's the classic American feminist, where the American feminist is the most despicable being. They ask for equal pay and all this stuff, even though they have it. They ask, oh, we need to be in positions of more power and blah, 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 and we need to be this and that. And then, okay, since you have this money, since you have jobs now, since you have all this, okay, now it's time to pay these bills. Oh, no, you have to pay all my bills. A real man would. What? If you're getting this money now it's time for you to pay the bills. No, I just want they what American feminists want. They just want to make the money and then they keep it all to themselves. They have no idea what like. This is why it's. I always say it's pointless. Low key, I'll say for the most part, it is pointless to have a workspace and promote and go out of your way to promote women in certain job spaces because it's pointless because she's not gonna. First of all, she's gonna look at a man that makes less than her and she's gonna think less of him. Okay, she's not gonna look at that money and be like, okay, it's time for me to make a family. She doesn't spread the wealth, and it's not like she's saving the money that she hoards. She's just gonna spend it on nothing. They just want to keep all the money, right? Tax free too, and all that. And and the man just pays most of it, and then she'll pay here and there, but she gets to keep most of her money, while the man spends all of his money on her. That's the American feminist dream. Like I know the feminism is extreme, like in certain parts of Europe and like Sweden and Norway and these spots, but at least they understand. Okay, I have money now. It's time for me to pay bills. They don't look. They don't see it as like crazy for a man to be like, look, since we're equal, you pay your half of the bill, I pay my half of the bill. We both got money now, right? You know, like the stuff that they will do to skirt out of the accountability of making more money. It's hilarious. He said he with Big Mama now. She covering everything. I was about to say. So yeah, you weren't quote unquote paying your bills, going 50-50 with Travis, but now Travis is with a woman that's she's probably what's her name? Taylor Swift is probably covering the whole bill. Well, but I would they said that Travis was spending a lot of money as well. But that's how it works. That's how it works. Somebody said the whole time I thought he left a black queen. The whole time it's one of them. You see, that's what I'm saying. You see, this is why I tell look at this comment right here. I want you to pay attention to this. He said the whole time I thought he left a black queen. Whole time it's one of them. So right here, all Kayla Nicole had to do was keep her mouth shut. That's all she had to do, dog. But she, like I said, women like that, they can't get out of their own way. Because we would have had to know that she was a straggle. If she had kept her mouth shut, Travis would have married her. But, when Cam Newton said what he said, she just couldn't help herself because black women have just been programmed to just disrespect black men at any point. So she went out of her way to try to, son Cam Newton, and she made herself look like a complete ghetto piece of trash, right? In the process. And Travis was like, you know what? And when it came down to weigh his options, and he was like, shoot, I could choose Taylor, even though I'm more attracted to Kayla, but Taylor got the money part. She got the politics side of it. I can benefit with this monetarily wise. If I marry Kayla, I'm marrying a straggle daggle, even though I'm attracted to her. You know what? Let me just go for the money because her character isn't worth me. It's just all she had to do was be quiet, and he would have turned down Taylor Swift. He would have turned down whatever high earning chick. But like I said, because he realized, she is who she is. She's a straggle. No matter how much money she makes, she's a ghetto piece of trash. Let me see. He says somebody said to the men, y'all like men. Oh, here we go. Here the classic shaming tactic. They just call you gay. Let me see. He said somebody said, and that's just why she was left in the dust and replaced with a billionaire. Exactly. So then Travis was like, you know what? If we're taking her word for it, and that Travis never went, if Travis was always covering the full bill for her, fine, we'll take her word for it. Now Travis was like, you know what? Let me try something else. I don't think people don't understand, like, because what happens is, I keep telling you, it's all financial. What happens is, particularly, like, let's take it back to the black athletes, right? What the black athletes will do. I mean, what happens with the white women getting the black athletes? They realize, first of all, white women realize that black women are awful. They're just awful. They see what y'all do, like they encourage you to act the most too. I don't even think black women even realize this, but actually, I know a few black women that knows this, but that's a whole other story. But they see how you be treating these black athletes. They don't realize where you're scamming them, you're setting it up, you're cheating on them still with hood ninjas and doing all this stuff to them, asking them for money. So what white women do They be like, let me take it, or Latinas, but I'll say specifically white women. What they do, they're like, okay. They start talking to their parents like, look, I have a class with this dude right here. I have a chance with this dude. Can you give me some money so I could do this? Can you be behind me? I'm about to. So they come in, like with their angel thing, and they come in there. They ask the black athlete out, the D1 bound athlete, right? And you know what they do? They be like, why don't you come with me uh to my house, whatever. I'm gonna have a whole dinner with the family, and they come to the the dinner. The house is nice and spotless. The dad is treating him beautifully. The mom is treating him like, what school you're going to again? Oh, I know somebody there. How about we? They start networking. He's like, man, this girl, not only is she cute, but she got some connects. She got some she got a family. She don't ask me for no money. Then on his birthday, guess what he gets? He gets a car from the from the girlfriend's dad, or something crazy like that, right? Or the girl's mom. The girl's mom, he start making him lunch before game. I'm telling you, it's this is the stuff that happens. And then when I say this, when I explain the process on how this happens, then you got black people on there talking about, you don't know what you talk about. You white people ain't no better. I never said that. I'm talking about, yeah, black men and black women in my comment section trying to tell me, and I see this. it's right in front of, it's right up, because like I said, I'm around these areas, or I know stories of this, or I follow certain athletes that they'll be dating one person, and then all of a sudden they get serious with this one average white chick, and I'm looking at what's going on here. Then I'm seeing them, look at my girl bought me, and I keep seeing this. I'm like, oh, these white girls is buying these ninjas. Hey, yo, man, but I'm just telling you. But which one is the athlete gonna pick? A girl that's clearly trying to scam him, even if she's not, even if they do find a black woman that's not, she's gonna, in her mind, she's so entitled. All she had to do is just sit there and just be pretty. But there's much more you have to do. There's much more that you have to do. And the reason why you'll see white women now kind of converging on these black athletes, because they already know what to do in terms of in a structure when you're around certain men with money. They know what to do for the most part. You know what I mean? So this is what they don't understand. So, and this is what Kayla doesn't understand, because women like Kayla were not brought up. Nobody taught Kayla to know how to be a wife, right? Nobody taught a Kayla or an Angel Reese, right? One of these, they don't teach people like that. They don't teach, like, the women in their communities don't teach them how to be, to obey men. They've been taught to literally disrespect men in general and obey their boss at their job. that's all they've been brought up to do. And so what happens is when one of them gets lucky, like a Kayla Nicole, right? One of these people, and they end up with a guy like a Travis Kelce and blah, blah, blah. They don't know what to do. And a lot of them, they get exposed of, being a little bit out of their depth. But like I said, that's Kayla. We're going to let Kayla do what Kayla do.